This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has issued orders to youths who perform dangerous car stunts over at City Walk Dubai to do community service for 30 days. The orders include cleaning the streets of Dubai for 4 hours every day for the period. The driver of the vehicle and those who were present in the car were charged last week with performing dangerous stunts in their 4x4 vehicle over in City Walk in wet weather, and even through busy traffic in the presence of families and children. Officials stated that the violators showed no respect for traffic laws and general road etiquette, as they endangered the safety of people and property. According to news agency WAM, the police took swift action to arrest and refer them to the authorities for legal action. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, has met with British Prime Minister Theresa May over in London, and they discussed friendship and cooperation. The British Prime Minister received the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and his accompanying delegation at number 10 Downing Street in London, and he is on a working visit to Britain. Theresa May welcomed His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and praised their historical friendship that links the two countries. She underlined the British government's intent to develop these relations and serve the common interests of the two parties. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed expressed his delight at visiting the UK, stressing the durability and depth of historical ties between the two countries. The two parties reviewed their cooperation and coordination and also tackled a number of regional and international developments. The meeting was also attended by His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Khaldoon Khalifa Mubarak, the Chairman of the Executive Affairs Authority, as well as a number of British officials. Coinciding with the 10th edition of World Rare Disease Day, the Hamdan Medical Award has organised an awareness campaign in order to highlight the importance of clinical research in order to identify and overcome rare diseases affecting thousands of people around the world. The week-long campaign, which started today under the title of With Research, Possibilities Are Limitless. Representatives of the award called on research organisations, health and medical authorities at the state level to conduct more studies on these rare disorders and implement adequate preventative strategies in order to overcome them. As rare diseases affect 1 in 100,000, and a majority, 75% of people affected are children, medical experts warn that there are between 6,000 and 8,000 rare diseases, and without proper treatment in place, some patients may even die before the age of 5. While stating that 80% of rare diseases have a genetic background, officials highlighted that with advances in medical research, such as the detection of new genetic mutations, the occurrence of these disorders can be kept under control. The awareness campaign, which has 3 stages, is being organised in partnership with researchers, psychologists, genetic experts and local health authorities, and also includes lectures to school students in Abu Dhabi, Al Ain, Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah. Organisers stress the role of parents and community members about raising awareness within the community to identify rare diseases at an early stage.
Since you see there's a lot of awareness from the public itself and from the parents themselves that these diseases should be included in schools, they should be having the best treatment available, and we keep on looking for that and to provide the best care for these patients, since when we are talking about Dubai Health Authority. Now from the health funding department, we are here to look for the feedback for these parents to see if we can help them in a way or other to look that insurance that they have to cover certain aspects of this disease in order to help these parents to look into the best benefit of their patients and not to worry about the patient not receiving the best care around.
And continuing with the health sector, expat women from India, Pakistan and Bangladesh are almost 3 times at risk of developing diabetes after moving to the UAE than in their home countries. That's according to the latest study. The study by UAE University, under the title of Prevalence of Diabetes Among Migrant Women and the Duration of Residence in the UAE, revealed that 599 expat women from South Asia, the Philippines and the Middle East living in Al Ain took part in the report, and found that women from the subcontinent are at higher risk of developing the disease compared to female expats from Arab countries and the Philippines. 16.7% of South Asian women who had lived in the UAE for 10 years had type 2 diabetes. That's compared with 6% outside of the country, while 12.2% of Arab women had the condition compared with 4 to 8% in their home countries. Diabetes was lower in Filipino women who had lived in the UAE at just 1.7%. That's compared to those living in the Philippines at 6%. Officials revealed that the majority of South Asians in the country migrate from rural areas in low-income developing countries. And when coming here, they tend to develop a high-calorie diet and do less physical activity. The study also showed that South Asian women over 40 were 3.5 times more at risk of developing diabetes compared to their younger compatriots. Officials advised South Asians over the age of 30 to be screened for diabetes and also suggested lifestyle changes for patients who have pre-diabetes. Thousands turned out for the Emirates Environmental Group's nationwide Can Collection Day campaign, which witnessed joint efforts from every segment of nearly 150 entities across the country. EEG surpassed its annual target of 27,000 kilograms of aluminium cans to be recycled for the year 2016 and has set a new target of 28,000 of cans to be recycled by the end of this year. Since the inception of the Can Collection campaign back in 1997, the EEG has collected an amount of over 278,339 kilograms of aluminium cans and prevented disposal of these recyclables to landfills, and in turn saving 6,757 metres cubed of landfill space and mitigating 4,178 metric tonnes of CO2 emissions. With the end of the Can Collection Day and through the collective efforts of participants, the EEG has been able to recycle a total of 4,200 kgs of aluminium, and through this collection, the EEG has managed to mitigate 63 metric tonnes of CO2 emissions and has saved 102 metres cubed of landfill space and 956 BTU of energy.
So today we are all really in Zabil Park too. We are in Barsha Pond Park, we are in Sharjah, we are in Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi, Al Ain, everywhere with different companies. And we are receiving companies with their aluminium cans, we are receiving schools with their collected empty cans, and it's been weighed and then we are uploading it on trucks, and from here when the trucks are full, it's been sent to the recycling factory. What we want to send a message to every single person who is listening to us and look and seeing this program is that don't underestimate this program. Don't think that it does not concern you, because it does. And don't think that, okay, I'm one person, what difference will I make? You will make a difference if you start collecting that can one after the other. You will fill the bags and you will be part of those green warriors and environmental champions that are not only talking about environment, but are actually actioning the environment and working on protecting the environment. This program has got multiplying impacts. It really is very, very impactful in conserving water, electricity, reducing CO2 emission from the environment, saving landfill spaces because we are taking it all for recycling. So there's a lot of environmental benefits, and there's a lot of economic benefits as well, because this is a raw material, valuable raw material.
And finally, looking to other news now, after an outing in Abu Dhabi and Al Ain, food trucks serving some of the finest of international cuisine were in Dubai over the weekend, with hundreds flocking over to this year's Eat the World DXB. Surrounded by the downtown Dubai views and under the shadows of the Burj Khalifa, the Burj Park was once again the talk of the town this weekend, as it also kicked off the highly anticipated Dubai Food Festival. Over 25 food outlets were based at the Burj Park, where they served appetizing dishes from the US, the UK and Singapore, along with a number of barbecue items. According to organisers, over 20,000 had flocked over to last year's event, and this year, with more food options, they have been expecting a larger turnout. This year's edition welcomed 5 outlets from Singapore, which has often been regarded as the street food capital of the world, providing plenty of options for those looking for an Asian touch. Eat the World DXB concludes today at 11 p.m. with tickets priced at 50 dirhams a head.
Well, I think the Dubai Food Festival is something that people look forward to every year. I think Dubai Tourism do an amazing job putting this event together. So there's a lot of anticipation and there's a lot of promotion that goes out beforehand. So being the first weekend, the first event of the Dubai Food Festival is a big responsibility, I guess. For us, it's getting to show what we can do, and for the people of Dubai, it's their first taste of what they can expect over the next 3 weeks. And we think it starts with a bang with Eat the World DXB, because as I said, it's international street food and the best of the local UAE guys. And it's really coming up here. There's some really good stuff happening in Dubai. But of course, what we've got is the whole world to pick the very, very best street food traders that we can find and bring them here for you guys to enjoy.
Among the popular outlets this year were the UK-based street food trader, The Rotary, who offered gourmet burgers with their prices ranging from 45 to 55 dirhams per burger. The team had also decided to create the Burj, with over 5 patties for the event, which was priced at 230 dirhams. Visitors also got a taste of New York with Harlem Seafood Soul that offered their chef Tammy's mouth-watering dishes, including mac and cheese, southern fried shrimp and grits, and fish and chips, to name a few. In the Singaporean pavilion, it was chef Shen Tan's popular laksa noodles, priced at around 40 dirhams, that stole the hearts of many foodies who turned up to the food festival.
Festivals are a risky one because you don't know what you're going to sell. So it's not like, going to a wedding or whatever you've been booked for catering. So, yeah, we'll bring hundreds and hundreds of portions, and hope we sell them. But it's never been an issue in Dubai because people go crazy. So it's kind of go hard or go home here. But but yeah, festivals are a different vibe. It's long days, long nights, but great fun, and you get to meet so many different people throughout the day. So we love it. We prefer it to kind of sitting at weddings and private events, and it's brilliant. I mean, under the Burj Khalifa, you can't ask for more than that, can you?
My menu is a culmination of my grandmother, my mother, my aunts. It goes back generations. The recipes and the techniques that we use to prepare our soul food, which we equate to love food, food that you prepare with passion and love. We put our hearts into it. We have brought our traditional bread that we eat with every main course. It's called cornbread. We have our shrimp and grits, which is amazing. You have to taste it. It's life-changing. We also brought here with us our mac and cheese, which is a combination of my Aunt Lil and my grandmother's recipe. I've taken it and kicked it up a few notches. So come out and try it and enjoy.
You expect big, bold flavors, and in Southeast Asia, we love to use a melody. We call it a melody of spices because it comes together beautifully. We use spices like turmeric, ginger, garlic, and it comes together in a beautiful sauce, whether it's mee siam or nasi lemak, or with us with the laksa.